size, color, justification, some fancy format stuff, shadow, scrolling, which way it scrolls and how fast. You can set all that up. Animations. The text doesn't animate, I think. Yeah, text doesn't animate except scrolling. That's for other things. Layers is for if you, say, set up this text before you set up this window, which I'll just delete for 1 sec so I can demonstrate it. Here we go. Now I set up the box and I want to click on the text. Oh no, I selected the box, but I don't want to move that. Layers is how you get to that stuff. So text 5, and now it's selected. Can I click and drag it? No, ironically, but I can do everything else. I can set position, I can nudge it with the arrows, I can do all this editing stuff I just went over. And I can delete it. I'll just pop that in. So probably in the end, this is how we would set ours up. We could have our own image. I think I said it when my mic was live, but this I just got off Nerd or Die, the same way as I got the header images at the bottom of my stream. There's free generators on that site. It's pretty great. We use Avengers font out of the FTP server we use. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Sorry. We can look, and they have a Discord. I can just throw a message on there right now. But while that's loading, we can keep going over things. So in the end, we could do this, and I'm sure it'll look amazing. But in the meantime, since I don't think any of us are graphic designers, and we only have 2.5 months, 2 months, 1.5 months, I think the pre-generated themes are a really good place to start. So purple, hey, great. So if I just say create, I just, test, etc., whatever. It gives me these 5 links, and so I can go to my overlays and I see it here. Those 5 links are what you put into OBS to have it show up. Yeah, I can see in OBS, here it is. So then I can go into each of these, and this is, I don't remember which this was. So this is a lot more complicated. This is where layers gets to be pretty useful. But so I can set these images to be, that should be a Twitter icon. I don't know why it's not. But this stuff gets, excuse me, a lot more interesting. Now what I'm going to do for this is make this browser source, which I'll just casually rename. I'm going to make it invisible so that things don't get echoed on the stream. I don't want that right now. So this is all the fancy stuff. That's not muted. Good. So this is a place, this little pop-up menu lets you test basically everything. If someone followed, what does it look like? It pops up over here. Bob Ross is following. There's no image? That's weird. There's no image. So this one is pretty minimal, but that should be fine. Let's just build on it. If someone subscribes, which can't happen to us, that's also going to pop up here. Yeah. If someone gets an item, and this is one of the things I don't really get. Oh, things are loading now. Okay, so the problem is it's just loading obnoxiously slowly. Wow, really obnoxiously slowly. Looks cool though. Damn. But you can emulate. If someone gives me $10, someone gives me $50. If I think I went over when I was talking about the alert box. You can set the minimum amount. This is in dollars, I believe. Always. We shouldn't need to change it though. So much space and space, yeah. And now I can see chat. Holy shit. While I'm doing this editing, that's convenient. But so you can test, you know, if someone donates $7 and 8 is the cutoff for, yeah, everything was. So I can just click on the background and delete it. That should make it a little simpler. Oh, and Steph is playing Maple, which can't help. Just using more bandwidth.
Oh.
And also you're playing Maple.
It's Maple stuff.
Yeah, right? Except it keeps crashing your computer.
No, that's just because my computer's old. Don't tell people I'm playing Maple.
It's too late. Everyone knows now.
That's embarrassing.
So this is just what the hell is this video? I don't know. We'll find out in half an hour when it loads. This is just an example of all the fancy shit you can put in. Once you generate, if I can click on anything. So these are all videos. They're labeled. I can read. Video. Huh. This is a nice widget though. It's somewhere in here. Chat box. Where is it? Your channel's Twitch chat, right? So this is popping out from there again. If we go to the dashboard, when you connect to Stream Elements, it'll say here, you know, here's the basic setup. Make your first overlay. Put the bot in your chat. If you don't have the bot in your chat, it can't read chat. You know, that makes sense. And it can't pull actually a decent amount of things. I'll be right back. Why is that a video? So, well, something maybe that animated isn't the right place to start. Something simpler. Whoa, what the fuck was that noise? I don't know what that noise was. 58 days. Yeah, 2 months. If we go into normal themes, these aren't, as far as I'm aware, or test. These shouldn't be as animated, if at all. Like this one's labeled animated, so any that aren't shouldn't be animated. And pop down here just to look at it. So these are a great place for starting out. And then you have to change things like, you know, I just have to extend this to the side so it can actually fit my name. Change it to the Avengers font if we can figure out how to do that. Actually, this should be loaded now. So they have this little Discord server. Very nice. Good place to ask questions. Is there any way to use custom? So someone will answer that, usually within a couple of minutes. Is very quick. Okay. One thing that's important to point out, because it took me hot minute and a half to figure it out, is the green stuff is, you know, it's green screen. It's the invisible part. There is a hole in the middle of this picture. If I go into OBS, if I save this, launch it to get the URL, and I pop into OBS and put the URL in here, it'll load up this overlay. And I see it pop up. Huh, slowly. I see it pop up very slowly. Huh. I don't know why that's taking so long. Basically, there should be a hole in the middle of it right here. And so that's who was I talking about it with? Might have been Estro, maybe not. Has a 21:9 monitor. So we were talking about, you know, you have sort of like the 21:9 section here, and, you know, stuff on the bottom or whatever. If you want like a border around your footage or your face cam or whatever, just make sure it's green in the middle, or the source with the border is on top in OBS, because, you know, I put this here so we can see all this text, and then I moved to the bottom. Now it's behind a picture of my screen, which does nobody any good. Stuff to avoid, right? So does anyone have any questions? Because I can't think of much more to say. Anything in particular you want me to look at, poke around with, do a demo of? I don't know why this image isn't showing up. That shouldn't be killing anything. What's up? Okay.
Why is he so small? I love that.
Is that a no on questions then, everyone?
I have a question.
You have a question?
What's for dinner? Pot stickers. Thanks, Cooper.
No problem. Glad I could help.
I got that idea after I asked you.
I was gonna say pasta. I like your idea better. Oh, snapping. Okay, so this menu's nice. You can zoom out, something I just learned. Snapping is will things connect to each other. So if I drag this around, it's gonna stick to all the edges. Or it should. Snapping's off. Turn it on, it sticks to all these edges. It jumps around. That's awful. Probably you don't want that. So turn it off to be fancy. Sure, when I go to do it, I'll probably have questions. Yeah, that's the way it works, is, you know, once you're working with it yourself. Oh my god, that's so ugly. Sorry, I didn't realize it loaded. Yeah, once you're playing with it yourself, then, you know, you find everything you don't understand so much faster. So what I'm gonna do is, well, delete all of these because I don't actually want them. I am not aware of any sort of storage limitation, but I also haven't done anything to even remotely stretch that. I've uploaded like 3 less than 10-second audio files and a handful of pictures. But you don't need much because I have a good amount. The only problem I do have is popping into this one. Stuff like these images, this Steam image, you know, Twitch image, Tumblr image. They come with the theme, which is super convenient, but I have not found a way. If I just say insert image, set image, how do I find it? It's not here. All files. This is just everything I've uploaded. So things like that. If we want our own custom set, or we want any kind of consistent set, we would need to make it and distribute it to everyone. Do I have water? I do. It's so convenient that I keep a water bottle right next to my desk. So no questions means pretty much I'm done. I mean, that's the wrong window. Oh, and once you have things set up nicely, how did we? Okay, that's in layers. Once you have something to make and it's really not. Actually, I should. Now that you mention that, I'm gonna look at sharing and whether that's possible. But locking is, so once you have, say, the background image in the right place, you can lock it. That just prevents it from, you know, that happening. Snap on, please. uh, arrange